Hello, good morning to dear students. Today we'll discuss topic that is SPSS. So previously we discussed about introduction of the SPSS. And little bit we discuss how we can do the some data analysis by using SPSS software. So today also we will discuss uh, whatever wherever we stop from that time we will start the class. So we came to know that what is the SPSS and how we can open the SPSS, and within the SPSS what are the views are there. There's a data, what are the windows are there. There is a data view and variable view window. Then the output view are also there. So meanwhile, we can come to know that how we can save the files. Also, we can come to know that how we can save the files and how we can enter the data. Also, we can come to know that little bit. We have practiced three variables. That is a gender, age, and marks, and see how we can enter the data also in the data variable view. And first we need to enter the about the variable information, then we can enter the data about the particular variable. So after that, how we can give the some codes to the particular variable. So for example, after enter the age of the students, so here we can come to know that how many students are below 18 and how many students are their age is from 18 to 20, and how many students their age is above 20 years. So in the particular degree second year student. So mean like that, we will classify the data. Nothing but we can give the codes to the different age of the group people. So for example, here if you collect information from the farmer, or if you collect information from the industrial employees or software employees. So for example, if you want to collect information about their age. So if you want to know that how many people, those who are ages 20 to 25, how many people are working in the particular company, then you will come to know that when you give some codes. So like this, you can give 26 to 30 years, 31 to 35 years, 36 to 40 years. So and above 41 years, like that, we will give the we will give the some codes to the particular variable. For example, if you want to give the information about the uh, income, for example, if you want to know the income of the industrial workers. So, for example, if you take into account, if you collect information from the industrial workers, so they may receive a different types of salaries. For example, we can take into account the income. Some may receive 10,000, some may receive 20,000, some may have received more than 20,000, some may receive 5,000 also. So, if you want to know that how many people are receiving below 5,000, and how many people or how many laborers are receiving from 5,000 to 8,000, and how many people are receiving from 8,000 to 13,000 or 15,000, like that, whatever the classification you need, so you should take like that. So generally, when we are doing such kind of coding, so we should maintain a uh, what is called the gap, that is the interval. So the interval should be same. For example, if you take 25 to 20 to 25, so here there is a five years. So here also 5 years, here also 5 years, like that. So we should have to maintain the same interval for the all the codes, whatever we can do the codes. That is the one criteria we should take into account. And also we discussed about, for example, how we can use the how we can enter the data about the opinion. For example, if you take into account any statement, or if you take into account somebody may give some statements, so you may give some your answer, that is called whether you are agree or disagree or undecided or strongly agree. For example, if you ask the question to the farmers, whether are you satisfied or are you agree with the agricultural bills which are implemented recently, which are acted recently by the government of India. So, so you may agree the farmers to that. There are five options. That is a strongly agree, disagree, undecided, agree, and strongly agree. So there's some option. This is called, we can say in the statistic, that is called Likert scale. This is called Likert scale. This is a 5-point Likert scale. For example, sometimes you may ask the three questions only: disagree, agree, sorry, disagree, not decided, or agree. There is three. There is a 3-point Likert scale. Only three answers we should play. This is the 5-point scale. Nothing but five answers. Nothing but five options will be there. Sometimes there is a 7-point scale also there. So it depends on the researcher. So they will collect information by giving some options. We discussed also like that. And how we can enter the data also, we can come to know that, see here, see, if you collect information from the respondent, for example, I am collected data from you only, for example. So the respondent one with following response, for example, if I ask that what is gender, so you are belongs to female, for example. So I need to enter the 2, because I earlier I have given the code 1 for male, 2 for female. So that's why there is a 2. So I need to enter the 2 data here, gender. Then what is your age? For example, if you are belong to if your age is from 26 to 30 years, so I should give the 2. So 1 for 20 to 25. So that is I given the code 2. Then, for example, if I ask the question to that, whether you are satisfied, or what is your opinion on the agriculture bills. So if you say that agree, so I should have to give the 4 here. So I think, I hope you are getting. Is it visible? I think. Hello, dear students. Is it visible? Akshita, Shravani, and Mahesh, Shiva, Vinay.
Sir.
See, for example, if I collect information from you, for example, you are belongs to female, so I should have to give the 2 year code, gender. So, for example, your age is range between 26 to 30. So I should have to give the 2. So, for example, if you are given a statement, whatever the question asked by the researcher, so about the agriculture bills, if you say that agree, that is the 4. So here earlier I've given the mention. See, I think I will. Why 4 is nothing but here? The 4 is nothing but is a agree. Okay, that's why we can enter the data. So like that we can enter the data. See, I think I will. So, just a minute, and then I will give some information. See, for example, I may ask such kind of questions. See, for example, already I tell you that the last day. So if I ask the gender, see here there is 1 for male, 2 for female. So like that, if you are belongs to female, I should have to put 2 here. Then, so this is a questionnaire. We can call a schedule or schedule, questionnaire or schedule. So here, for example, if I collect information from the respondent, so what I should do? Simple, whatever the nothing but whatever mark is there. For example, if I collected data from male, so I should have to give the 1. 1 is nothing but male, 2 is nothing but female. Okay. So for like that, if belongs to SC category, so I should have to give the 1. ST category 2, BC category 3, OC category 4. So like that, for example, if you are belongs to what is the type of family? If I ask the question to respondent, so joint family or nuclear. So nothing but joint family, nothing but they are living together from their grandfather along with that. So they are living individually. That is the nuclear. So yeah, if they are living in a joint family, so they can put 1. If they are nuclear, there's the independent. That is called I can put 2. Okay. So for example, if I have the question to you that whether you are married or not, if she married or he married, I should have to put 1. So 2 for unmarried. I think have you understood this type of question? Yes or no question. Simply we can say that. Uh, for example, I may have different questions. I will show you that. See, there is one question. What is your opinion about the price of the commodities? For example, you are a street vendor, for example. See, so if I ask the question to you that what is your opinion about the price of the commodities? For example, see, even the vendors, nothing but those who are seller, nothing but those who can sell the commodities, they are also affected by the prices. For example, the price of the commodity is high, nobody ready to purchase. Nothing but there is no demand for their commodities. So if I ask the question to them, what is your opinion about the prices of the commodities? Nothing but if they will say very high, high, moderate, low, very low. See, the price is very low. Simple, we can say low or average prices, high prices, very high prices. See, best example you can take onions. Sometimes see it is a very high prices, high prices, moderate prices, low prices, and very low prices. Sometimes they will give the 10 rupees for the 3 kgs. Sometimes if they will give the 10 rupees per kg is low. If they will give the 20 rupees per kg, for example, I'm assuming that 20 rupees per kg is nothing but average. If they will increase from 20 to 50, that is a high prices per kg. If they will increase from 50 to 100 rupees, there is a very high prices for the onions per kg. So that is the one kind of a question. Then another question is also there. See, uh, what is your opinion on GHMC performance in terms of providing space for selling goods? For example, see, generally the street vendors, they can sell the commodities in the streets. For example, see, the government should have to provide some space to provide some space to sell some commodities. I think, but see, if you are a standard a street vendor, so the government should have to provide some space, some location to sell the commodities to the public. So, what is your opinion? For example, somewhere the government cannot provide some commodities, nothing but for example, you may have seen that some places vegetable seller, for example, in weekly markets. See, some of the weekly markets on roads, nothing but there is no space to sell the commodity, nothing but so there is a less space to provide by the government, nothing but corners. So they will put they will put the items and they can sell the commodities. So if the government can provide some markets, such as we can say the Raitu Bazaar, for example. So some people are selling in the Raitu Bazaar, some people are selling in the streets. So for the example, for the street only, if you ask a question to related to the GHM performance, the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, whether are they are providing a good space for the vegetable street vendors? That is the question. So if I ask that question to them, they may be if they will provide the good facilities, space, they can say excellent. If they were provided normal facilities, we can say that more than average. We can say they can say good. So it's a fair on average. We can say that average they are providing, and they are not providing. For example, if they will sell on the roads, it's a very poor. So if they are selling in the slums also, it is a very poor. So it depends on their opinion, their perception. For example, if I ask the question to you also that how I am teaching, what is your opinion on my teaching? Okay, so you may say excellent, you may say good, you may say average, you may say poor, not good, and very bad. I think have you understood the how we can take that answer from that respondent, and how we can take that nothing, how we can find out that answer, nothing but how we can record the answer, and how we can enter the data in the SPSS. Have you understood the question? Yes, please. Nadim, Akshita, you should have to respond. Then only I can understand whether you understood or not. Mahesh, Shravani, Shivam. Hello? Yes, please. Have you understood or not? See, this is a question. If I ask that question, yes, please. అర్థమవుతుందా? అర్థం కావట్లేదా? హలో?
ఎస్ సార్ అర్థమవుతుంది.
This is a question we can say that I agree and disagree. Let's such kind of question. This is a 4, so we can enter the 4. For example, if you take the second respondent, he belongs to male. See, I entered the 1 here. So his age is 31 to 35. So I should put at 3. So he is disagree with the statement. That is a 2. Here I enter the 2. So the second is nothing but the second respondent row. Nothing but his details. Simple is details. Second person details. So like that, we can enter the all the we have taken the 10 sample here in this graph. Here we should have entered the all details of the particular respondents. As I told you that how we can enter the values type numeric nothing but when you are enter the data in the numeric value, for example, you should have to enter the data about numbers only here. You should not enter the male and female when you enter the data. See, as I told you that in the software, the, this is the software of the SPSS. Just a minute, it will take more time. See here, this is the variable only. We need to enter the variable name. So here in the data we should enter the only numbers. For example, if you take into account, if I am right here, say male, for example, it won't take the thing. It won't take. If I write male, it won't take. If you write something, it won't take. Only if you enter the number, it will take. See, any number it will take. Okay. So in the variable in the data we should enter the only numbers. So we should not enter the names or alphabets. Simply we can say the alphabets. So here that's why we should have the numeric. The width, there is nothing but it seems that the width allows to you determine the number of characters of space will allow to be entered for the variables. For example, it should be width, nothing but the variable width. And here decimals, nothing but for example, if you want to enter the 3.555, for example. So here, see, I would like to show you the variable view. So your width is 3. So if you enter that, you can increase the number of width. You can increase. The decimal is 0. For example, what is 0? For example, the decimal first variable value. Should I have to? Okay, here the way a decimal is 2. For example, if I enter the decimals, for example, so here 1 or 2, you can increase as per your decimals, as per your interest or whatever the data is there. For example, if I enter the 5 decimals, so what is the gender is variable is 1. So if I see, if I enter that data 2, how many decimals are there? 5 decimals. So here, if I reduce that from 5 to 2, what is only 2 zeros, 0.00. For example, if you take into account for the marks, for example, if you got the marks 60 only, if you got the marks 60.5, so how you can enter, for example, marks here, I should have to decrease the decimal 0. For example, if I put the 0 for decimal, so here it is visible only 60. So if I enter 60.5, see here, then if I enter that next, it won't appear the 0.5. See, only it considers 61 thing, but it will consider that when you write 0.5, it will consider the 1 like that. So here it will take 61. But when you put the decimals 1 and 2, automatically it will display 60.5. See here 61. So when you go to a variable view, so here you can increase that 1 decimal or 2 decimals. So if you increase only 1, so simple see 60.5. So what is the 98.0? Nothing but 90 marks, 98 marks. For example, if you have the height or weight, for example, when you see for example, see, if you take another variable weight, okay, See, weight is a I put it 0. For example, if your weight is for example, what is your weight? 62.75. For example, your weight is 62.75 kgs. If I enter this, automatically it's considered 63. For example, if I enter on 62.12, nothing but 62 kgs and 120 grams. Okay, person ages. For example, if I enter that, so it considers 62. When you put that decimals, so it see here 0. If you enter the 1 2 decimals, so it will come under exact value 62.75. So we can able to see easily what data we have entered. For example, if I enter the 60 point something something, it will consider 63, right? So like that, we should have to give the decimals. For example, automatically it will consider width is 8 and decimal is 2. So most of the times we can consider decimals is only 2.00 something. For example, if we got the marks 65.7523. So how much I can consider? Only 62.75. For example, if your weight is 62 kgs, 125 grams, something something. For example, so I should consider that. So I may consider that 62.12 kgs, 12 kgs. So like that it will consider. So for example, if you take some values, for example, if you take in measurements some values, you can consider the decimals more number. For example, if you want, here there are 8 numbers are there, so you can put 8 decimals. So as you know that label, we can enter the variable full details. So as we given the values also, yesterday we came to know that, and how we can add that labels value also, we can come to know that. And menu bar, toolbar, available data. See, then first I think the last day, last class, at the end of the class, I think due to some network problem, I did not show that how we can save and how we can open. So now I would like to say that how we can save. For example, this is the variable view, this is the data view. So we enter the data. Okay, so we enter the data, and how we can save. See here, see, in order to save the button, simple, there is a menu bar, there's a direct option is there, save this document, direct shortcut. Okay, or we can save as you use the control yes in the word, same it can use control yes, so it's save. For example, data is already saved as a bsx practice, so it has automatically saved. For example, how we can save manual, and see here, go to file menu, here file, there is a save as option or save. So if you click save as, automatically wherever the saved, it has already saved, so it's saved that place only. So if you want to save as in the new folder, so you can save as. So it will ask that whether which location, nothing but looking where you can want to save. So I see I have created a BA economics file. So within that I can save BA economics sec practice. So you can click the save button. Then it asks that, so because it is already the existing file, so it asks that do you want to replace it? Yes, if you want to replace, or if you don't want to replace, so you can put yes, because it replaces the same file. Then for example, after closing that, see, when you are closing that, when SPSS, simple, you can click here at the corner, there's the close button. See here the close, you can click it. Automatically it closes. See how we can open. For example, see, as you know that from this, so you can enter direct shortcut such program and file. You can enter SPSS. So it comes that is the SPSS 20 version and 19 version. So you may use whatever you want. Then or else if you have the ping that software in this bar, you can get it directly. So on the file I have. So here how we can enter, simple, you can open the file, go to my file menu, then you can go to the open file, or you can click open. Then there is a 4 options will be there. So first one is the data and syntax and output and script. For example, as I told you that there is a 4 windows are there, data, syntax, output, script. For example, whatever the data you need, so the data is open. Whatever the syntax you have entered earlier, so that can open. For example, you got results yesterday also, you can get that results, that is called output. And you can want to, if you want to know the script, you can open. See, if you want to open data, you can open. Then it asks the where you can from you can, you need to pick up which file you would like to open. So either there is a one file with a BA economics, so BSc sec, BA sec practice. So I should have to click that button on this particular file, then click open, then it opens. See, it opens. This is the variable, this is the data we have the age, gender, marks, and age to one state. Then, for example, if you want to know the open that output, so you can click output. See, so here they're asking that where you can need to pick up the file. So where you can pick up. So see, what are the file is there which are saved in there. You should have to remember that where the file has been saved. See, you can select. I think from my file, PG college, and in the PG college there is a BA economics. So in the BA economics there is a sec. So there is a C. It is the sec. So there is a 1 and 2 units, and the other one is the output viewer results. See, I should have to open output result. So this is the output result which I have done last day. Whatever we practice. So this is the last day. Then how we can open that other syntax. See, open and give the syntax. For example, whatever syntax is there, which is already given in the last day, so it should have, because we don't have that, we did not practice the syntax, and we cannot open. Then there is other window, there is a script window, you should have to open. Then here also we did not maintain any script in the last day, so we cannot open. Like this, we can open. And how we can import files from the Excel software or Excel or text. For example, see how we can import, nothing but how we can take that material, nothing but data from Excel. See, I think we should have to prepare Excel file. For example, you don't have awareness about the SPSS, but you cannot enter the data in the SPSS. So meanwhile, so SPSS seems like the Excel sheet now. So that's why you can enter the data in Excel sheet. So simple, I'm going to copy and I will select. This is the data. This is a gender, for example, gender and age and marks and age to the statement. So like this, you can enter the variable in the first row and you can enter the data. So this is the data you have entered in your software. Okay. So then how you can select, how you can import. See, I am going to save this file. See in Excel. So it should be saved in that same PG and the BA economics and BSec. So here see practice, sec practice, SPSS practice. Then save the file. So then I close the file. Okay. So for example, here you have entered the data in SPSS as an Excel sheet, but you don't know that how we can analyze the data. But if you consult a researcher or any scholar or any person, so they may help. So how we can give the data in Excel, how they can import. For example, somebody will give the data in Excel sheet, how you can import to the SPSS. Simple, you can open the SPSS file. I can show you that. For example, is a new file. For example, see this, there is no variable view and data view, right? So how we can import the data from SPSS? Simple. See here, there is an option here. Open. Okay. Import data. Right. The data. Then click it. Then it asks the question that BAPP. Then here you should have to select file type. Files of type. So here we should have to select Excel here. So we are in the SPSS file. It should not automatically for type of file comes SPSS data only. It will show the SPSS data. So remaining we cannot show. So that's why we can change that here. The type of file Excel. See, when you change the Excel file, it shows the only Excel file. See, Excel sheet. For example, if you change that something SPSS, for example, it won't display. So like that. So you need to change that Excel. Here sheet is there. Excel sheet for tables and explanation. I think here sec. For example, here also you can check. Start see here. BSSEC, there's a 1 or 2 years, but earlier we have saved the file as Excel sheet about the sec practice. But when you change that spaces to Excel, see it displays. Then you can click it and you can open it. So it asks that worksheet 1 to E91. Worksheet 1 to E91. So the maximum you can automatically click OK. Then the data is there. Simple see how the data is there: gender, age, marks, age to, and statement. So here up to 50 variables. See 50 respondents. The data is there. Have you understood how we can import data from Excel? Hello? Hello? Hello, dear students. Have you understood or not? Shravani? Nadim?
Yes.
Then, okay. See,
Yes, sir, understood.
Sir.
For example, how we can import data from Word, for example, text, for example, in the text, nothing but in the this file. For example, see, this is the data. I can show you put in the table form. This is the table form data. So, see, if I collect, if I select the particular variables, simple, the 5 variables, simple, I can copy it. So simple, select and copy, then open a certain file. For example, if you take your other new file is there, for example, SPSS. So here there is no one. So in the data view, simple, you can click it here and you can click the right side button on mouse. Okay, so simple, you can click the with the left hand, then click the right hand. So automatically shows the cut, copy, paste, and grid front. Simple, there is a paste, nothing but cut, copy, paste. Simple, we are copy. Okay, here, pasting. You can click the paste button. This is called automatically it can comes the data. See. But when you're downloading, when you're uploading, when you're taking, when you're importing data from Word, you should have to keep in mind that variable data will not come. Okay. So here we need to change that variable view name, variable 1, variable 2, variable 3. So we are nothing but variable 001 is nothing but is number. So if you take the number of variables, if you take 1000 number, 10,000 number, that's why it will use variable 0001. Like that it will come. I hope you understood how we can download, how we can enter the data by using, how we can import data from SPSS, Excel, and text. Have you understood? Hello? Hello? So here time is going to out. So meanwhile, you can join by 9:40. I think that is sorry 9:40. 12:45. Okay. So please join after 2:45. Then I'm going to send that other link also. You can join. So same password, same